overgrown pile down below. And then do the student number there in the line. Da-da-da.
2942994.
Sounds like a question.
No, I'm
not sure. I'm going to trust you on that. No, you're right. Just get yourself sorted out, and when you're ready to start, we'll get the timer going. So you just take a moment, get yourself sorted.
Just for the lights, did you want me to tap so that you guys know when to come on, or do you guys just know? Okay. Okay.
Deep breath?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, that's the important part.
A consolidated consciousness resides in a darkened banqueting hall near the ceiling of a mind whose floor shifts as 10,000 cockroaches when a shaft of light enters, as all thoughts unite in an instant of accord, body no longer external, as the cockroaches comprise a truth in which no one ever utters. Oh. 4:03 a.m. The broken hermaphrodite who trusted herself alone finds the room and reality teeming and begs and begs and begs and begs and begs never to be woken from the nightmare. Remember the light and believe in the light, an instant of clarity before eternal night. Don't let me forget. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Oh no, you guys. And I will hope to see you again next week. 4:07 a.m. I'm sad. I fear that the future is hopeless and that things cannot improve. I am bored and dissatisfied with everything. I am a complete failure as a person. I am guilty, and I am being punished. I would like to kill myself. I used to be able to cry, but now I am beyond tears. I can't overcome my loneliness, my fear, my disgust. I cannot make love. I cannot have sex. I cannot have sex. I cannot be alone. I cannot be with others. My hips are too big, and I dislike my genitals. But at 4:48, when depression visits, I shall hang myself to the sound of my lover's breathing. I do not want to die. I have become so depressed by the fact of my mortality that I've decided to kill myself. I do not want to live. I envy my sleeping lover and cover his induced unconsciousness. I have resigned myself to death this year. Some of you will call this self-indulgence, though you are lucky not to know its truth. And others will understand the simple fact of pain. For this is becoming my normality. 4:22 a.m. It wasn't for long. I wasn't there for long. But drinking bitter black coffee, I catch that medicinal smell in a cloud of ancient tobacco, and something touched me in that still place. And a wound from 2 years ago opens like a cadaver and roars its foul, decaying grief. A room of expressionless faces staring so blankly at my pain, they must have been devoid of meaning. They must have had evil intent. Doctor this, and Doctor that, and Dr. What's it, who was just passing by and thought he would just pop in to take the piss as well. burning in a hot tunnel of dismay. My humiliation complete as I shake without reason and stumble over my words and have nothing to say about my illness, which amounts to anything anyway, because I know that there's no point in any of this, because I am going to die. 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 Honey. I am deadlocked in that smooth psychiatric voice of reason which tells me that there is this objective reality in which my mind and my body are one. But I am not here and I never have been. Dr. This writes it down and Dr. That attempts a sympathetic murmur, watching me, judging me, smelling the crippling failure oozing from my skin and my desperation clawing as I sit and drench in horror and wonder why everyone is smiling and staring at me with secret knowledge of my aching shame. Inscrutable doctors, insensible doctors, way out doctors, doctors who you'd think are sleeping with their patients if you weren't shown proof otherwise. Ask the same questions, put words in my mouth, offer chemical cures for congenital anguish, and continue to cover each other's asses until I want to scream for you! Stop it! The only doctor who ever looked me in the eye, who laughed at my gallows humour spoken from the voice of the newly dug grave, who took the piss when I shaved my head, who lied and said it was nice to see me, who lied and said it was nice to see me. I trusted you, and I loved you, and it's not losing you that makes me upset, but rather your bare-faced falsehoods that mask around as if they're medical notes. Your truths, your lies, not mine. And while I was believing that you were different, and that you maybe even felt the feeling of distress that I would see flicker across your face and threaten to erupt, you were just covering your ass too, like every other stupid mortal. And now, I'll have you know that to my mind, that's betrayal. And my mind is the subject of these bewildered fragments. And now, nothing can extinguish my anger, and nothing can restore my faith, because this place is not a world in which I wish to live. 4:48 a.m.